to lose and so much more to gain. So tell your friends about it. And tell your family to tune in. I've been on an amazing adventure, and I'm about to bring you on it.
Good evening, everybody. It is Monday, September the 4th, 2017. Hopefully you all are having a good day and dealing with Mercury retrograde, because I'm telling you what, up till about 10 minutes ago, the internet went down for almost an hour, and I'm like, oh crap, I hate when it does this. But you know, that's the joys of me living here in Costa Rica, halfway up an active volcano, and you never know what the heck's going to happen around here, so you just, you know, pray to the higher powers that be, where it's like, okay, come on, get your act together here. I'm not dealing with another one of these tests. You are going to have my internet working. And like 10 minutes went on. My guest was trying to go ahead and connect so we could do the live video, and it wouldn't connect. So it's like, is that okay? You can do on audio, not a problem. So we got here to queue. On audio, and hopefully y'all can try something new with a different company for video. So hopefully you can hear me really good and you can hear the show tonight. So I'm not going to be paying attention to the chat room, but you know, we have lots of good things going on, and that's why I'm decided to do with the other company to test it out, because it gives me a little bit more features. So I like the quality of the video. So that's what I was testing out the other day, yesterday, and people like, I can't see you. Where are you? What's going on? Don't worry, it's okay. I'm just trying to bring you the best show possible. You know, Blog Talk Radio, we've been doing a show now for 10 years now. So we've, you know, took a couple of years off to refocus, regroup, but I'm trying to bring you the best. And Spirit told me before, do video. Well, I'm trying to bring you the best video, of course. So if you're listening in on your phones, remember, you know, you can go to the App Store, Android or Google, or Android or Apple, and go into the App Store and type in "Be the Light Now Radio." Download our free app. You can tune in from anywhere, anytime. No more saying, oh man, I was away from the computer, I missed a show. No excuse. None. Zip, zilch. You can go ahead and listen in. We will send a push notification 15 minutes before the show starts, and you will be like, oh, show's starting. You can click on the events, and you'll see who the guests are that are coming up. You can then go ahead and click the call-in numbers. Pick what country you're calling from, click that number, and it will dial you into our brand new switchboard, where we have 61 phone numbers from around the world. So if you're listening to us in India, UK, Australia, you name it, we probably have a phone number for you to call in on. No more having to depend on Skype, it's shakiness. No more trying to go ahead and call into the US phone line. We're bringing the shows to you. After all, you know, you're listening in, you're tuning in from around the world, so why shouldn't we bring a switchboard to your country? So you can go ahead and call in and talk to our, you know, our phenomenal guests that we have from around the world. And after all, that's what Spirit telling me to do, and by golly, I'm doing it all the way here from Costa Rica. Still trying to figure out why I've been brought here halfway up the second largest active crater in the world. No idea. But hey, you know, the lava is not going to flow this way when it starts coming out. We just have some ash and some sulfur that comes this way once in a while. Put some Visine in the eyes, take a little bit of Afrin, and hey, you know, we're good to go. But, you know, for whatever reason, Spirit has been brought me here, and, you know, opening up the abilities a lot more. And trust me, I lived in Florida for 27 years, and I did not like hurricane season, but yet throughout the years when I feel a premonition coming on, I go ahead and learn people. So for Katrina, Rita, Wilma, Charley, Jean, Francis, and I think there's a couple more in there. I predicted a month ahead of time where they were going to form, how strong they were going to get, and exactly where they were going to make landfall. Now, I post about it. Here's a prediction. And tonight, I got a message. Oh, don't predict, pray. Pray it away. You can pray it away all you want to, but the power that be are the ones who are in control. Spirit, creator, geoengineering, however you want to look at it. It doesn't make any difference. I know it's a conspiracy theory thing, and that's perfectly fine because, to me, they're manipulating weather just the same. But no matter who is creating this storm, they have, a plan, and even if it's God, nature, it's going to be in a certain place. So I get the word out and I warn people. That's what prediction is. I'm warning people. I had somebody when I told them Katrina's going up towards New Orleans, get out. And I kept pinpointing more towards New Orleans, and be like, nah, they're wrong. Actually, I had somebody go ahead and left, and I said, I'm not taking any chances. Michael's been pretty good so far, especially with me predicting it was going to be a strong storm, a month ahead of time. So they managed to get out. Some of the neighbors did not. I'm sure, going back then, they contacted me and I said, thank you for letting me know. I tried to warn people and certain people wouldn't listen. And I'm sure quite a few of them ended up dying from the neighbors because they got stuck in their homes, stuck up in their attics because, it's not going to hit us as water kept rising. They went higher inside their houses until they're stuck between the roof and the water. And the water won. So, you want to keep on praying, and that's fine. Pray for safety, pray for the guidance to do the right thing, pray that you manage to survive this thing. But after Harvey hit, I had a strong premonition that South Florida is going to get hit by a Category 4 to a Category 5 hurricane. And here comes Irma. And they were starting to predict, and I saw other psychics saying, Carolinas, and I'm like, I'm getting this feeling, this strong prediction. I need to get the word out again. And now they're fine-tuning it to being South Florida, Miami. Latest data one is showing, a bullseye from Miami, just like I said. So, if you don't want to hear my prediction, then I'm sorry, don't. If you don't live in the area, then that's fine. If you do live in the area, listen to what they're telling you. Listen to what I'm saying. I'm not 100% accurate on anything. Nobody is, but God. So if somebody's saying I'm 100% accurate, I have an issue with that because things can change. It's all on how we read things. But I keep getting strong premonition, a strong feeling to tell people, South Florida, Miami, Fort Lauderdale area, get yourselves into a safer area. I know a lot of people that live right on the beach. And it's like, no, get out of there. That's not what you need to be at right now. You need to go ahead, start out. And if I'm wrong, well, then I'm wrong. But at least you're prepared for the storm to go ahead and make it. I just do what I'm told to do. And that's what it is when we're psychics and mediums. We get these messages and we're not out here to try to go ahead and be like, oh, well, we're forcing it to happen. No, we're trying to tell you things. We're trying to help you. When you call in for reading, which we're going to do in just a few moments, we're going to bring my phenomenal new guest on a show. We're here to help you. We're here to give you some guidance and to go ahead and be able to change your lives. And for me, furthest thing from my mind was living halfway up an active volcano. Why here? Still trying to figure out. It's all part of the divine plan and a higher purpose. But, we get the earthquakes and, trust me, it scares the heck out of me. Could it blow its top like Mount St. Helens? Probably not. But, I get a clear bird's eye view of the top of the volcano from anywhere on our property. So if it spews out a big old boulder with enough energy, it could land at my house. I'm not saying that it's going to anytime soon, thank you. But, it is what it is. Could we get a massive earthquake here and I slide down the volcano with a mudslide? Yeah, that's part of nature. That's part of what, what it is like to live in this dimension, this reality. So you do the best that you can. You pray that you will be okay, and have faith that you will be okay. Because that's the biggest thing, is when, you know, you lose faith. And that's, for me, doing readings for so many years, I'm going back today and I was like, okay, a certain age, getting closer to retirement. So I've had my abilities since I was a kid. So I've been doing readings for 45 years now. So, you know, knowing things were going to happen, and, you know, I just go with the flow with them and do the best that I can. So, you know, I just go ahead and help. And you know, I've had so many people saying, well, why do I keep doing the same thing? Well, you don't listen. You don't have faith. And they're like, well, yeah, but it's like, no, you know, give somebody an opportunity and say, well, you know, here's one or two things that you can do. And they keep doing the same thing over and over and over again. And then they call in shows one after another and keep getting the same message of, you know, you have two choices. Which one do you want to do? They keep doing the one that evidently is a bad choice. You know, somebody of like, oh, well, should I leave this person or not? It's like, well, that's up to you. But they're going to continue being abusive to you. They're going to continue being violent to you. So it's up to you. You can stay and keep dealing with the violence, or you can get out. You know, a year later, 2 years later, 3 years later, the same questions are being asked. What do I do? I change them. No, they haven't changed after all these years. They're not going to now. So that's when it comes to having faith. When you get a message from someone, it's like, you have two choices. One hasn't working for you, so evidently, you know, there's the other option. But we're not going to tell you what to do. You know, I won't tell anyone what to do, because to me, that's free will. But you go ahead and be like, okay, this didn't work. I'm going to have a leap of faith. I'm going to go ahead and trust that Spirit's going to help me out. And you do the other thing. It's like, whew, okay, it worked. I don't have that person in my life. I feel better about myself. And you know what? Once you go ahead and take that leap of faith, you won't have to deal with that situation again. Because Spirit's going to be like, you passed the test before. You have that faith. So that's what we need to do when it comes to a natural disaster coming our way. When you know, a huge Category 4, borderline Category 5 hurricane is coming. You know, have faith. Take the precautions. Open your windows. Batten down the hatches and get yourself out of there. Go for a little vacation someplace. You know, we only see the small picture. You know, everybody was like, oh, all these Harvey victims, and what are they going to do? And all these people that were there. Well, there was two huge airports that are in Houston that were closed for a week. So what about the tens of thousands of people that were stranded? Jennifer Syke here, for a 2-week vacation, turned into a 3-week vacation because Houston Airport was closed, and they live in Ohio. So they could not get to Houston to transfer to a home. So they stayed here for another week. There's worse places you can spend an extra week for vacation. But when you're not planning something, you know, you just go with the flow. And, you know, you're a little nervous how we're going to get home. It's like, it's going to be fine. You're here with me. Don't worry about it. So we were able to do things. But, you know, so many people don't see the bigger picture. They just look at the small world that they're in and don't realize, you know, storms can affect not only locals, but it's going to affect so many other people. So, you know, just go ahead and tie everything down and get out for a little while. And that's what I'm going to end up telling you all for this right now. But we're going to go ahead and take calls in just a few moments. Okay, there we go. But we are doing the live broadcast on our Facebook page. So it's no longer on my personal page. We're going to start doing all the videos on the Be the Light Now Radio Facebook page, because that's what I created the page for to begin with. So we're going to be putting everything there, where it'll be easier also for our new radio guests and our other hosts who will be coming on, because I've got some people wanting to host a show with us. So it will be a point for them to go ahead and promote shows for themselves as well. So lots of good things are coming up, lots of opportunities. So that's why people are like, okay, Michael, why isn't it on your page? Well, it's time to go ahead and switch it over. And as always, you can call into the show. It's totally free. I have never charged the guests, and I've never charged the people to call into the show. Because the minute some people say, oh, Michael, oh, charge. No, I don't. There's other people who do, but it's just never been something that I've done, because I have faith that the bills will get paid somehow, some way. That's why if you go to BeTheLightNow.com, there's donate buttons all over the place. You can go and donate a contribution that will help us. Go ahead and stay here. We can have some advertising and donation buttons on that as well. So, everything's going to be fine and divine plan. We have advertising rates going on too. So if somebody wants to go ahead and advertise their business, their radio show, hey, I'm all for it. If you want to promote your show and pay me for it, perfectly fine. I'll announce you on my radio show and put your banner up on my website. Not a problem. It's more than enough people that need help. So if somebody's like, oh, well, I can't do that. Why not? It's more than enough people. I may not have all the answers. So maybe somebody on another show is going to have those answers, but that's why we're reaching out and having a lot of new guests to go ahead and join us. So if you want to go ahead, because I'm going to bring her on in just a moment. And there we go. Okay. We have quite a few people in the call and queue. If you want to take a chance and get on there, you just go ahead and call in at 657-383-1437. And that's what I like about the new broadcast video screen. I can put the call-in number up there, some things. And if you're looking at the video, you see where I have on who our guest is tonight and our new logo. Design some new logos going on. So a lot of new features that we can go ahead and do with the videos. So just check it out. Go to BeTheLightNow.com, because we're going to help you to be the light. We're going to have some healers coming on here, some people talking about nutrition, holistic healing. And you can also visit my other website, natureisgodsgift.com. Oh, no, sorry. My mind went blank. Mercury retrograde, the login here. Actually, if you go to Michael's Holistic Healing, there's some holistic recipes on there. There's some healing ideas. And if you go to the shop area, you can go ahead and buy some CBD full spectrum hemp oil. Very wonderful quality. You can buy it from us, and those proceeds go ahead to help keep the show on air as well. So we're branching out in many different ways to help you to be the light, to let your light shine. And we have some wonderful retreats coming up. If you want to get a group of people together to host a retreat, check out Costa Rica-retreat.com, or you can go to Be the Light Now and click on some of the links, and it'll bring you to the other websites. But we're available to host your retreat. And if there's any psychics and mediums there, you can host your retreat here, and we'll do a live broadcast right here from my living room, because that's where we do the shows from. So that's what we're doing. Jennifer was here. So check us all out. We have a phenomenal guest with us. I'm going to find her in the queue. There she is. None other than the wonderful psychic medium, Winter Brook. Welcome to the show, Brooke. Winter Brook, I'm sorry.
Hey, Michael.
How are you, dear?
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm good. I'm excited to be here. I'm a little disappointed that Mercury retrograde got the best of us. We was three things, right? We batted out two, and then the third one just batted.
Yeah, it's all good.
We'll do it.
Yes. Yeah, that works. So
yeah.
Tell everyone a little bit more about yourself.
Okay. Well, I'm on Long Island in New York, and I work as a psychic medium. I've been doing that professionally for about 8 years now. Unlike yourself, I think you mentioned that you had your abilities since childhood and were aware of them for your whole life. Is that what I read?
Yes.
Yeah. A little different journey than you, which actually is kind of cool for the folks who have something similar to mine. I was wide open as a child, like most children are. I see spirit, hear spirit, sense spirit, and I interact with them all the time. And then when I was around 6 or so, the kids just kind of shut off, and I forgot about it. still to this day, I'm a very forgetful person. I have to write everything down. I completely forgot I used to talk to dead people. Part of it was because I didn't know they were dead. Because at 4, 5, 6 years of age, we don't understand the concept of no longer incarnated. I know they're dead, but you know, so they were all just the same, whether I was speaking to a fleshy person or a person from spirit. But I completely forgot about it, and I proceeded to grow up in a small town. And I went to law school, of all things. I became an attorney, and I had my one daughter, adopted my other. And about 2005, all of a sudden, the ability started to reopen, beginning with, like, empathy. And I didn't know what it was. So I had to investigate it. And what I did was I had a friend who was a massage therapist in Stockwell, and I asked her, I said, geez, weird things are going on. It's almost like the Twilight Zone. And she started to explain to me, and then from there I did some research on the internet, and I became aware of this whole side of life that had been out of my reality for 30 years. And that kind of, I just kind of kept studying it. And at one point I decided, you know, I like both law and I like this new ability to not only connect with my own loved ones with spirit, but to connect people with their loved ones. So I decided I couldn't do both because I'm also a single mom. So I decided I would close my law practice and try. I still had another year of schooling I was doing towards the mediumship. And then I was trying to do my business. And it didn't work out. I could just, you know, put the shingle back up and be a lawyer. But it's been working out. I'm very, very happy. I just love the work. I love meeting people, so that works. So a little different from what you experienced in your journey.
Sounds like you've had a very interesting journey yourself.
Yeah, I had no idea. If you had told me 15 years ago that I would be standing on a stage talking to dead people and connecting them with the people in the audience, I would have said to you, oh, okay, you know, you failed testamentary capacity, but I can't let you sign will because you're not confident. You know, so there you go. But yeah, in fact, I do. So.
Cool. Let me see that you do.
It's been interesting. It's been very interesting.
Well, good. I see you also do fundraisers and parties and distant healings. And how can everyone reach you for any of that information?
Okay, I have my website. I'm going to be working on it a little bit over the course of the next month, but it's www.winterbrookmedium.com. And yes, I do a variety of things with private clients, either in the office or I do have the ability to use Skype, but unfortunately my monitor tonight's just not working. So I do Skype readings for long distance, phone readings. I do a lot of demonstrating work and also private parties. I teach mediumship, and I do a lot of programs at local libraries, believe it. It's very popular up here on the island. I've had about 34 libraries where you can kind of bring mediumship as the program, and sometimes they feel a little comfortable going to a library for the first time to see a medium working person. So that's been kind of cool.
Yeah, it's always interesting doing anything like that. You able to hear me?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. It is a little bit in and out, but yes, I hear you now.
Okay.
You're back.
Okay, well, that's good. Yeah, my internet, I guess, can be a little spotty sometimes, so.
Hey, you and I, we're fighting Mercury retrograde today. We're going to go with the flow, but it's one thing after another. So.
Oh, yeah. It's all.
You have to have the patience to learn to deal with these things. It happens, so we just do the best we can.
Yeah, for quite a while there, I would get very impatient, and my husband would be like, okay, just relax, Conan. It's fine. And I'm like, but, he's like, it's fine. Don't worry about it. So I just learned, I can't let it get to me, and I got less and less of the tests, and just have to keep on going.
Absolutely. There's nothing we could do about it now. I wish it worked out differently. I wish we could do. This is lovely to speak with you, and hopefully we'll get some callers, be able to help them tonight. So go ahead.
Cool. You want to go ahead and grab some calls?
Sure.
Okay. We'll go ahead and bring on area code 916. You're on the air.
Thank you very much, sir. I appreciate your show very much. My name is Wendy from Sacramento, California.
Hi, Wendy.
Oh, I'm so happy to meet you. Thank you. I really want to speak to you. I started a job with Centene, a insurance company, on July the 5th. They had difficulty getting me in their database. They refused to allow me to start fresh. But then, coincidentally, my hearing aid stopped working, so I've been on a pending ADA Americans with Disabilities Act window of time to get that fixed. It is fixed. I think I got a good sign because on Thursday I got an email from Human Resources saying they will move to the next step, which is a conversation. Already just describing the job responsibility and what I need. I'm not asking for much, just what I had said, really. Anyway, I know I'll do well in that conversation. So my question is, will they bring me back as a trainer?
For some reason, while you were talking, and I didn't know what your question was going to be, but what I was seeing was October.
Will it be early October?
I think so, yeah. I feel like October 3rd, October 5th. I'm not always good with the specific dates, but I did see October. But what I also heard was a slight warning. They said, you sound like you're very cheery, and that's good, because what they were saying is to be patient with them and to be very enthusiastic, and not to lose your temper at all. If there's paperwork slip up and delay.
Oh, okay. So
I don't know. She's very lovely, so I don't imagine you lose your temper, but they have something coming in from spirit. It's kind of like cautioning because they're close for you, so it's offering that advice.
That's probably good advice because I'm 56. And they could not get me in their database for 3 days, and it really upset me. But I forced myself to be calm because that really threw me for a loop.
Okay, I want to chat in here a little bit. Would you understand that in spirit?
My beloved Father Ralph, yes.
Yeah, because I have a gentleman stepping forward, and I really feel like he's a father. And I feel like I'm about 5'9", 5'10" when he was here.
Yes, 5'10", 5'11".
Perfect. Yeah. Okay, and easy going Joe is the way he wanted to describe himself.
Yes.
He's very easy going, and I see what she told me is I see apple is like, that's a little metaphor, like you're the apple of his eye. That's the way he's trying to convey that to me. And he's like, a lot of the time, he always has to tell you to slow down. Slow down. It's going to work out. Remember that just to reassure you a lot?
Oh, he was there for me in a split second, as long as I'm through my whole life.
The moms get a little bit more nervous about things, correct?
Yeah, I'm stressed.
And Dad was the one that was, it's going to be, he was more of the calm voice. They had a nice synchronicity between them. So Dad stepping in.
He would tell me to relax and have a Coke.
All right, that's what I'm saying. He comes in with that energy. It's explaining that your mom would get a little excited about things too. So they're both supporting you, and Dad's just saying, remember those words, like that advice that he gave. You just gotta stay calm. It's gonna work out, and then a little bit of advice that came through before they want to. A little enthusiastic, and don't get upset if there's another paperwork, or in this case, maybe it's a computer, okay, delay. I'm seeing that over.
But you do see me start early October for sure.
Yes, I see it working out. You're on a site that's going to work out, but you need to just be your delightful, put on that persona of being enthusiastic, accommodating, and let it roll off you if there's another. So it may not happen next week, but it will be happening.
Okay, I will take the words of wisdom, and I my parents, and I will follow that. And will I pass 7-week training? I understand the computer navigation.
You're going to need some help, as your dad says, but don't be worried about it, because when you start to worry about things, you're going to freeze your ability to absorb it. Do you have like a library around you with young kids that work with library patrons that are good with the computer and learning things like that? Because I feel like he's saying you might need a little bit of help with that to fully grasp.
Well, you know what? But if my trainer is just patient with me and allows me to ask questions, then will I pass the 7-week training?
Your dad's coming through saying not to worry about it, just focus on the task at hand. Because if you start worrying what the outcome is going to be, you're going to actually fill up your mind, and it's going to make it hard for you to absorb it. But you're probably going to need a little help to get over the hump, absorbing the computer software, whatever it is you have to learn.
Sure.
So but the most important thing is to stay calm and focused. Okay? You're gonna do fine. That's saying you're gonna do fine. They just gotta keep you calm.
I've got 15 years of experience. So I'm going to keep this job.
You know what? I think what you should do, Wendy, before we go any further, is just focus on short speed. Right now, your focus is on getting the job versus how long you're going to keep it, right? You should focus on getting the job and enjoying it while you have it.
Yeah, I'd like to enjoy it.
Yes, you're doing it going way out in the future now, saying, all right, well, I can't, how long will I have it? I don't have it anymore. Let's not, you don't want to set up an intention and a creation in the future. Focus on getting the job now.
I will. And also,
and your parents, I have to interrupt you because your parents also want to bring through a lot of work for you. They hear you. Your dad wants to reassure you. They do hear you because sometimes you talk to them in your mind, especially if you're in a car. That's when you're really thinking. They do hear you. He said, "Let her know we hear her." They love you.
Oh, thank God! I love my beloved mother and father, and my beloved brother David in spirit too. And I've been through trauma for the last 5 years. Okay. I just want to know, and I kind of woke up this day because I realized I'm in trouble financially. Will I be able to get a consolidation loan so that I retain my credit score?
Do you have an income coming in now, or that what this new job is?
No, that's my own personal income, and I'm at the bottom of the barrel with my savings.
First, you got to make sure you got to do the job, or you need to have the income coming in.
Right, of course.
Yeah, so focus on that first. Step by step.
Technically, I am employed. I just haven't worked for about 5.5 weeks. So I've got some offers in the mail from debt consolidation loan companies, and I want to be careful. So I want to retain my credit score because I want to be able to move to New York with my sister in 10 months.
Okay. You got to put your focus and your energy on the job right now. And when you're feeling sure in that, then move to the next thing.
Okay. I will do that.
If you do too much at once, it's going to make it really difficult for you. You need to put your focus and your attention one step at a time. That's how you'll achieve more.
Right. And does my beloved brother David have a message? He took his own life a year and a half ago on March 2nd.
I'm sorry. I'm very sorry to hear that. Right now, I just have Mom and Dad step in, okay?
Okay. Well, I do believe that.
That doesn't mean they're not around. It's just that they're the ones that connected with me.
I honestly believe that I've been an extremely loving, good daughter and sister, and I hope they feel the same.
Well, Mom, it's sending love through and wanted you to know that they hear you when you say they're around.
So,
They're all around together.
I thank them for everything. I love them too, forever.
Aw.
well, let us know how everything goes with you, okay?
Oh, thank you, sir. Your show is just a godsend. A blessing.
Well, thank you so much. And let us know how everything goes, and we'll talk to you again soon.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much. And thank you to the wonderful lady that I spoke with, too.
Okay, you're welcome.
Good luck, Wendy. Thank you for listening.
Say prayers, please.
It's always interesting when spirit goes to come through as well.
Oh, absolutely. That's one of my favorite aspects of this life I have, is the ability to connect with those that have passed on. It just changed, having lived in a passive state or a turned off state for 30 years and not understand. It's just trying to change my life 180 degrees. You still, even you have losses, even though you connect with them after, but it's a totally different experience from where you're you can't actively or connect through a medium. I think it's an easier experience. I mean, it still hurts, but being able to connect with your loved ones after they've crossed over and knowing that they are well and that they're still a part of you, albeit not in the physical realm, it's such a godsend. But that's one of the reasons I decided to pursue this. I wanted to share that with other people. It just changed my life.
Now, everyone has different ways of seeing and communicating spirits. Do you actually see them? Do you hear them? Do you feel them? How do you connect with spirits?
All of the above, and it depends on each particular case. I can, in one, they can show me, I can see clairvoyantly, or I can hear them, or just know something, but one spirit I might just see clairvoyantly, another spirit I might be hearing from. So it's never the same, but it utilizes all the different. I also have clairsentience. I also have, and one of my favorites is clairgusto. I don't have it too often, but have you ever had that experience?
Which one is that one?
Clairgusto, clear taste, tasting it,
yes.
The information. Obviously, it's reduced to, food or drink. Sometimes you get that taste. Yeah, that's really cool. I like that.
Yeah, I like it when they go ahead and
when it's something I like.
Yeah, mine. Sometimes I would get Granny or Mom, or somebody would go ahead and they used to like baking chocolate chip cookies. So I would taste chocolate chip cookies. Like, really? You're gonna have to come through that way? I'm gonna crave these all night now. So it's interesting when they come through doing that. Yeah.
How do you work? Do you use any particular ability more than the others?
I'm like you. They go ahead and try to show me different things so I can taste, smell, hear, feel, and I can see. And when I see them, it's like looking at an old negative of a picture. I can sometimes see it in color, so I see through. So it's interesting going to a cemetery. I can see people there. And I'm sorry.
It's almost like a CB tone too.
Yes. So it's,
Cool.
yeah, so it's a little interesting seeing them, especially at a cemetery, and I can see through them, and it's like, well, so-and-so is here, and they have a message. So I'll go ahead and grab another call.
Okay. Yeah, sorry, my connection goes out a little bit, so I just didn't need to make a space there.
Oh, okay, yeah, I totally understand. We'll go ahead and bring on area code 616. You're on the air.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Who's this?
Hi. Hi, I'm here. My name is Brianna Rose.
Brianna. How's it going?
Beautiful name, Brianna Rose.
Yes. Good, how are you?
Doing good. I know exactly who this is.
Yeah. It's been a while.
It's been a couple of years, yes. So mom's hiding in the background.
Yes, hi. Hi, Bill.
Hello, beautiful. So how can we do tonight?
Nice to hear. Yeah. I'm sorry, what did you say?
How can we help you tonight?
If I could just have a general reading, I'd really appreciate that.
Okay. First of all, I gotta tell you, I love the name.
Thank
I
you.
have Brianna Rose. I like Brianna Rose. It's pretty. Now, I'm stepping in. I'm hearing somebody from Spirit come through and say, you have to get going. You have to get going.
Okay.
Have you been dragging your feet on something? Like another maybe schooling or promotion? I feel like it's work related, learning related.
Maybe. I mean, I'm in school and I've kind of been going pretty slow at it.
Okay, so that's what it is. Because I was feeling like another, level of schooling or career. But if you're in school and you're going a little slow, and you're aware of that, apparently here too. And they're saying, oh, they're cracking the whip. Okay, as a lady stepping in, she's pretty funny. Would you understand my grandmother in spirit?
Yeah. Yeah, I have a couple.
Okay, let me get some more information from her, because I think you said your mom was in the background. Would you understand your mom's mom in spirit?
No, grandmother. My grandmother on my mom's side, but my mother's mother is still alive.
Okay. I really feel like I'm connected to both of you. That's why I was thinking it might be, it could be mom's grandmother. It's still grandmother. All right, so the mom's in the sleep right now too. And it's a feisty woman, I'll tell you that.
Yes, she was.
And she had a wicked sense of humor. I want to say it that way.
Yes.
All right, because when she said, when she told me you got to get going, and then all of a sudden I see a whip being cracked. Okay, and that's kind of a funny way to bring it through. And I see a very demonstrative woman. Did you remember your great-grandmother, or am I going to get more essential validation from mom?
It'd be from my mom. I actually never met her.
Because I was getting the impression that mom probably knew her better than you. So, mom can hear me in the background, I think. So, grandma, this woman was feisty. She had a wicked sense of humor, and very demonstrative. She would show her displeasure very easily. She would also show her enthusiasm. You always knew where you stood with her. She wasn't a two-faced woman. Would that make sense?
Yeah, it was definitely a very spirited lady.
Okay, good. So, Now, I feel like she had a few extra pounds, and she's a little annoyed that I'm mentioning that because I'm going for some physical description here. All right, so she kind of, I almost feel like she wants to stick her tongue out at me. But she's never weird. Okay, because that's what I felt like she was doing to me or what I was saying. So, but she doesn't like, actually, she's thrilled to be coming through and connecting. She loves you, loves you, loves you. She's got so much love coming through right now for the two of you. And she is so giving Brianna, the great-granddaughter, a bit of a push. She says you can work a little harder. This is great-grandma coming through. Yeah. And I also feel that she's got a woman with her in spirit. It might be a sister. They're in cahoots. Yeah. I feel like I want to say cahoots, okay? Yeah. And I feel like they watch over you. All right? I see the two little old biddies. She didn't like the word biddy, but I'm going. Yeah. And they're just like hovering over you. All right, just protecting you, watching over you. But then, of course, they're aware that you should be working a little bit harder towards the schooling. She said there's big things to happen for you in your life. They've taken, they're nosy. Your great-grandmother was nosy. She wanted to know what is going on. Okay? And Mom, do you remember that about Grandma?
I do, both of them. My aunt and my grandma's. She's Russo. All
right, so of course, when great-grandma crossed over, the first thing she did after she realized she was dead, and that's the way she's telling it to me, when she went to the book to look up what's going to happen with everybody in the family. All right, because she's very lucky. So she said there's good things, and I feel she's bringing cakes and little sparklers for Brianna. What you need to, you're holding up the work. You need to finish up the schooling and then do a little bit more. Okay, so she's just coming through tonight to say she loves you. She is with you. She watches over. Your mom was alive here, so she knows her daughter's being watched over. And Mom, is there also a son? I feel like she wants to mention either a grandson or a great-grandson.
I have a son, yeah.
She wants to acknowledge your son, too. She's not limiting her watching over just Brianna. She's watching over the whole family. And there's I almost want to say Jack Russell Terrier to fly out of my mouth. There's a little dog with her in spirit that's from the family.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so she wants to know she's got the dog. They're all together. And there's some uncles and grandfather. I'm seeing a whole family clan now just peeking through, waving their hands. Yeah. So they just want you to know they are watching over. They hear the prayers that are being sent. Everything looks good. And just, get up and along. It's kind of like the way she wants to phrase it. Whatever reason. I want to leave there with you and I want you feel like allowing me to bring them through.
Thank you. Thank you.
Let me know how everything goes, okay?
Okay.
Thank you. You're welcome. Bye. Okay. They're actually used to live near me in Florida.
Oh, okay.
Yes, they're actually members of my church.
Oh, sweet. Sweet. Did I mention we have a spiritualist church up here? We do, actually one of the founding members. We hold monthly services, spiritualist services, and we are, utilize the spirit messages towards the end of the service, which is something I always enjoy.
I had,
connection.
Yeah, still have the church going. We're doing everything online with it now, but yeah, we had one in Newport Richey, Florida, and used to do message nights, and yeah, it was really nice. One of her daughters, she plays a musical instrument. I'm forgetting which one because I think she played a couple, and she would go ahead and come in for Christmas and other times and want to go ahead and play for us. So it was fun.
Oh, how lovely.
So yeah, so they still listen into the shows, and I thought the it's another voice. So we'll go ahead and we'll grab another call. Yeah, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Super.
Okay.
Yes, I'm also a little bit of the talent. I don't know if anybody else does, or if it's just, losing my talent. I don't know how it's connected.
Yeah, could be a connection. Okay. Well, we'll go ahead and we'll see if we can bring on area code 520. You're on the air. 520?
Hi. Yeah.
Good.
Hi. Sorry. Hello.
Yes. What's your question?
Lisa.
Hi, Lisa. Thanks for calling. How can we help you, Lisa?
General. Regarding work.
General work question. Okay, let me see what I can pick up. Lisa, you're at a job now, correct?
Absolutely.
Okay, are you feeling stagnated, or like you want to dance more and you're not feeling like you're advancing?
Right. Independent contractor.
Okay, so maybe you're looking to build a business. That's why I get that feeling that you're not able to make the next step that you want to make. Would that adequately describe it? So by bringing more business is the next step?
Right.
Okay. I feel like, I don't know what you do for work, but I feel like you have to approach it at a different angle. How to explain this? Like you have some tasks that you do, but there's an offshoot that task which incorporates your abilities, but it's used in a slightly different manner. Does this make any sense to you?
Yeah, it all does.
Okay. And what I'm seeing is it sounds like you hit your head on the ceiling, what you're doing now. But if you start pushing and doing jobs in that other way of handling it, the sky's the limit, kid, is what I'm hearing. You need to put more attention and focus into doing it, the other aspect of your work. That's where it's going to take off.
Okay, so I'll have to kind of think about that.
You could still do the good work you're doing, but it's almost like it's to stay where it's at. But you now take some time and focus on doing it a little bit differently. It's hard for me to understand how they're trying to explain this to me. That's what's going to really take off. The best way I can explain this is I don't know what kind of work you do, but if you were like, say you were a caterer who catered parties at people's houses, and then you were thinking about changing it a little bit up and starting to cater business lunches at big corporations, the business lunches and the big corporations part of your business is going to just open up, get lots of clients, and really get you moving. And the homes are just going to stay with what you're doing and not pick up as much as you want. Does that make any sense if I use that metaphor? So you're using your skills to cater
Yes,
in my example, but it's like a different type of business, like a corporation versus, you know, the neighborhood home for the christening party.
No, you're picking up on it. I think I need to develop a different strategy, and I'm working my tail off for someone else and getting moving. You know, I'm not, it's like trying to get a foot in the door. And
yeah, that's the frustration I was feeling. And you also, they're showing me that your head hit the ceiling, which tells me that there's not too much higher to go there. So that's why they're saying, you know, do that, but put a lot of time and energy to developing that. I think you're aware of which direction you need to go with your particular business. Yeah.
Well, I'm trying to expand my exposure. I'm trying to expand.
It's a market you need to go into.
Yeah.
So it's also a new market.
Okay, a new market. Gosh, I'll have to really give that a lot of ask the universe to, you know, pretty much when I ask to be shown, I'll get it, you know, pictures, and so I'll have to ask for that direction. I have a very special, unique, loved one on the other side a year ago. They made the transition, and it was very difficult for me. But I know they're around me. Are they, James, do you pick up any energy or from them?
All right, let me.
It wasn't romantic. It was just a very unique.
Was it a male?
Yes.
And was he a younger male, like 30s, 40s?
Yes. Yes. Perfect. Yes.
Okay, and he's slender build, like a basketball player.
What do you count?
Like 5'10" to 6'1". He was tall. I'm just not getting a really accurate height on him, but he was tall.
No, you're getting him. Yeah.
Okay.
When he passed, he was very slender.
Okay, and I want to say an M name, and I'm not good with M, so I'm going to try.
You know, M would be good. M would be good.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, middle name. You know, okay, one of his middle names, or he could be, you know, could be toward me. You know, middle name toward me.
I just got like a name. I'm gonna leave it at that. But some mediums are fantastic at getting names. Me, I'm about 50%. So I try, but I preface it with like I'm doing that. As long as I have a connection with him, as long as I have it, because I want to bring them through. Yeah, that's what I enjoy doing. He said not to worry, but I think he used to tell you not to worry all the time. Isn't that correct?
Yeah, and he ended up on the other side. I mean,
he's fine. He's laughing. He's laughing. He is okay. All right. He's with you a lot in your dreams. You're having active life visitations. Yes, he's telling me. So, you know, here's the quid pro quo. Here's the crux. You're the one grieving for the loss of the physical relationship, okay? Because you're, you know, incarnate physically. Your friend is at peace with it all because he's still interacting with you on a soul level. And he also feels a heck of a lot better. He needs to tell you. He feels a lot better.
I'm so glad. I'm glad.
Having the time of his life, he's traveling. Now, I want to jump with that. Did he maybe not travel as much as he wanted to, or there was somewhere to go that? Yeah. So he's like, I'm gone, and he's like, you know, doing the touchdowns, the touchdown dance that we do when we're excited. He said, I'm getting to do all this traveling, seeing, running to places I never even imagined or envisioned. He's gonna come through. Are you meditating? Because you used to meditate, but are you meditating now?
I do. Well, not in the morning.
morning when I first wake up, but I meditate more on practical matters, and
That's what
you're right.
it is. Okay. He's sharing this with me. He said you used to meditate more. He is going to come through your meditation, and he said he's going to help you, just like old times. He also wants you to enjoy life a little bit. You've been too stressed out lately, and what's happening is you're and believe me, I'm right there with you, so I know. What you do is you block out your own link or your intuitive hits, when you're stressing.
Yeah.
If that makes any sense to you.
It does. It absolutely does. And is his son okay? I take care of his son sometimes, his 2-year-old son. Is his son okay in the environment he's in? Does he have anything to say about that? I would like
I feel like he's only saying to stay in his life.
Okay.
And I feel like the son, now the son is, you said he's 2?
I would like to
the difficulties when he's around 13.
I'm sure he's got a terrible home life.
Okay, I'm just taking from your friend what he's sharing with me. I think your friend keeps is there a lot.
Yeah.
A lot of love is coming through for you. You just have to say, I love you.
I love him too.
But he would really like you to try to allocate some time during the week not to think about anything you have to do or any of your concerns. Go to the playground and swing on a swing. Tap into your inner child. Because by doing that, trying to lift some of the gravity. Okay, and that will clear up because you're a little bit frustrated with your own connection right now.
Yeah.
And he said he's not going to leave you. In fact, he's going to talk your freaking ear off. You're going to have thoughts coming into your head once you get the, clear out a little bit.
Oh, good. Oh, I'm looking forward to it.
He was a bit of I'm going to say this. He would play jokes a little bit.
He would, and he was scared the bejesus out of me. We'd go up.
Okay, he's going to scare you, yes, because what he's going to do, I've seen it. Once you get your weirdly out a little bit, I feel like you're going to be in the middle of a task, focused on what you're doing, and he's going to come up and say, like, boo, in your head. Things like that, just to get you to crack up laughing. I do that to my 15-year-old, but she's not looking all of a sudden. I walk in or to open the door to see if my dad to go downstairs, and she's nosy, so she opens the door to see where her mom's going. So one time I stood there, she opened the door to see what I was doing. I said, boo. This gentleman friend of yours just reminded me of that to convey that information. So he will do a boo, or he's going to come up with some sarcastic answers. Like you throw a question out. Sometimes you think questions in your head, not necessarily question at him, but you're just the way you think and just pass up. Now, if I were to do this, what if I did this? You're almost talking to yourself in your head. Does that make any sense?
And I talked to him. I've got his picture.
Okay, but the time, leave it out. But the time that you're working, you're talking to yourself in your head to figure out how you're going to do it. Yeah. He's going to answer you sarcastically when you're not expecting it. He's going to take it totally off guard. Okay? So, it was fun. All good fun. Yeah, that was a little sunshine to you. For Pete's sake, go out more. He said, you're not going out.
That's true. And he's right. He's right.
So, yeah, I don't want to go out more.
Okay. I love it. I will.
All right, so I want to leave him and know he's around, and just get a coloring book if that might be a good way, and set aside an hour where you're not thinking about what you have to do or what your concerns are, and just color, just fall into it, or or buy Legos if you like that, some kind of silly thing. Go to the park, get into that child mind says, we all have an inner child, and you'll see that all of a sudden things are going to start. You're going to connect better. You might hear more of what he's saying to you from spirit. Okay?
I love it. Yeah, I'm an artist too. I'm sorry.
Perfect. Thank you.
Yeah, it's in my head. This week I'm doing it. My responsibility is like that. I'm looking forward to it.
All right, super. Well, good luck with it. Know that you got a buddy up there who's going to be keeping you smiling and laughing.
And I know when I pass, he'll hand me his hand. He'll be there wherever I'm at, in the corner of the hospital room or whatever. I'm looking forward to that time. I'm going to live my life fully, but I know I have some great adventure to look forward to.
Yeah, you got some good stuff coming down the line. So don't be in a hurry to. You get some good adventures on the earth coming up. He's showing me. Well, thank you.
Well, let us know how everything goes.
And thanks for listening.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Wow. That was a nice connection.
Sweetie.
Yes.
Yeah. It was good. You have great listeners. It's not just me. I mean, it's mainly spirit, but it's like a three-way, as well as you know. So it helps when the person you're giving the message to is just open, and yeah, this is cool. Thank you for inviting me.
Oh, it's my pleasure.
Your listeners are wonderful.
Yes, they are a great group that always tune in. So we've got like 20-something callers in the queue right now. So we have quite a few. Oh, yeah. So we'll just, no, we're perfectly fine. We'll just have to have you back on a lot sooner.
That would be delightful. I'll have this camera issue, or I'll have my laptop either ready, because the laptop I know is fine, and unfortunately that's at my office.
Oh, that happens. This will be a good test, and it's probably with my internet connection. That's why I've been fading it out. So if anyone's listening in, like, I tried listening in on the app.
Raining by you.
Yes. So it's been raining. If anyone's listening in on the app, they're like, I couldn't hear you. It's like, I'm not able to go ahead and broadcast to the server. So it's definitely my internet connection is kind of slow. Well, that happens. So how can everyone reach you for a private one-on-one reading?
Well, they can call my office, which is 631-261-9300. That's my office. Or they can email me. There's actually a contact form on my website, if that makes it easier. Or if they want to email me direct, it would be my name, Winter, at Winter Brook, just the way you have it spelled on your Facebook announcement, medium.com. And phone calls usually take me a day or so to get back. I'm booking right now, end of September, beginning of October. I have a variety of times, so I should be able to, accommodate if need in the evening or a morning. Evenings are tougher because I teach a lot and I do things in the evening. But I do have some evening appointments, and that would be terrific.
Cool. I see you also sit for trance. What do you do in trance?
Yeah. Well, I'm trying to develop that. So I have a cabinet, which my students made me today, and twice a month I sit with a select group. They're my private sitters, including my 15-year-old daughter. She's been sitting with me for 2 years now. I believe this is a family. This should be family. And I've been trying to develop. So I've had a little transfiguration, sit in the dark, red light, doing some trance, and I'm trying to see if I can develop physical phenomena. But in labor of love, I do not know if I will actually developed. I keep telling everyone I can't get my trumpet up. They like when I say that. I do actually I have Warren Kaler, who's a pretty well-known physical phenomena medium, materialization medium. He's coming down to my office to do seances in November. And then I had Sandy Ingham. She goes into full trance and is a spirit artist. I brought her over from England to be by me in May. And that was kind of cool. Have you ever worked with a spirit artist when you guys are doing joint links?
I've had some do some drawings. Yeah, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Oh, okay. I didn't know that it had dropped.
Okay.
Yeah, now I do.
Okay. Yeah, I've had.
Did you ever work with them while they're drawing and you're bringing the message? It's so cool. It's
yes.
Crazy, trying to keep the connection, talk to the audience, keep an eye on what she was doing, and then her god Leo would be writing comments in the midst of her drawing the portrait. So it was just like, well, I loved it. It was something new. I love trying new things. So, but that's what the trance is about. I don't do it professionally. I just I'm trying to learn it. I shot over to Kent, England to study that in November. And we'll see. It takes 10 years to develop this stuff or more. So we're pretty dedicated and we're trying to see. And the flip side is it's supposed to help my mediumship grow just by virtue of getting twice a month for it. So it's all win-win-win.
Nice. We used to do something a little similar. Once a week. We had a regular group of about 12 people, and we would go into a dark room, no lights at all there. So there would be no red light, no nothing. So it took a while to go ahead and get our chapel that we had in the store to go ahead and not have any lights in there. So they would sit in there, go ahead and just see apparitions and things would go ahead and happen in the dark room. And we actually had one woman, a spirit came through to one of the sitters, and she's like, well, I just want to go ahead and say goodbye. And he's like, what do you mean goodbye? And it's like, what are you doing here? And just then his phone rang, and we tell everyone turn the phones off, and he forgot. And it was actually his daughter. It was his ex-wife who came through. She had just died.
Oh, wow.
So everyone was like, okay, you just had a spirit come in at the moment they died to let you know that they died.
Yeah, that happens. Wow.
Yeah.
In a seance. Oh, my goodness.
So
now, when she spoke, did everyone in the group hear? Was it direct voice, or it was just he hearing it clairaudiently?
No, quite a few of them heard it themselves in there. They had been sitting for a while, so it's developing more.
Awesome.
Yep.
I mean, that she passed away, but
yeah,
the experience, cool.
So and
I went to Kent in November, and I saw a couple of physical phenomena, full materialization, and it was just a direct voice. It was like in my mind, I was actually going to witness it. Wow, that's really cool.
Yeah.
We haven't gotten to that point. We're still kind of a new group. So,
yeah.
But I do it because I enjoy it. I'm the skeptic of the group, I'll be honest. See, I don't really know. I kind of know what's going on, what's happening, but I don't know. And when it's over, I can't really remember. Things are so vague. So they tell me stuff happens, and because they can't show me a film or something, I'm like, yeah. So, but that's what I do for fun. Actually, I'm on the Chamber of Commerce in my local town. That's a lot of fun, too.
Interesting.
I'm the first psychic medium they've had on the board.
So, yeah, we've turned on our security cameras after they've done the group, and we managed to capture some things going on after the group left. So it was really interesting to see what was going on there. So, and they wanted me to sit, but I wasn't able to. And I've had a few other people read for me, and they said that I need to go ahead and try to do the trance mediumship. And they said I'll definitely be able to go ahead and do some materializations. And I'm like, I'm not quite ready for that.
You mean you don't want to have ectoplasm coming out of you?
Yeah, not yet. One of these days, maybe. Not yet.
It's easy to be sudden to turn into something solid. Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, I think that'd be awesome. If you have the potential, you should sit for development. Of course, it's a big commitment, but you should do it.
Just have to find a way at the house here to go ahead and get total darkness. So.
Well, yeah, I don't have total darkness in my office, and that's actually Warren's coming down. He's materialization, so he said he'll black it out for me. I'm like, okay, because I have the 14-foot ceiling, so it gets pretty dark, but it's not pitch black. I don't black windows and such, but it's probably part of my problem in the development. So he's going to show me how to do that with the tinfoil and stuff. That may make a difference to our group, but we'll see. In the meantime, I have the trance coming through, and I enjoy it. We get the cold breezes, and the kids come in from spirit, and it's just fun. And we're very harmonious. I mean, that's like really important. So we just like being together. It's a delightful evening to share with spirit, and it's just us. So.
Yeah, it is nice doing things like that. And that's what we had to use. We used blackout material along the doors as a curtain to block everything out, and going ahead and just finding wherever there was a little bit of light and trying to cover it up. So we managed to get it pretty dark in the room.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's what I'm hoping I'll get a little better grip on that with one visit, because he seems to he can do it. So it's like, okay. I showed him all these pictures. I'm like, you simulate, will work here. He said, yeah. It's like, okay.
Yeah, not a problem. Oh, cool. You have to let me know how everything goes with that, too.
Will do. So we have more callers?
Yes.
I don't know how your format goes. I hope I'm not getting all over your feet at you jumping in to give messages.
Oh, no, you're perfectly fine. This is about promoting you and doing a little bit of readings and, letting people know, how to contact you and all. So this is what we do it's about promoting you and letting people know about you. And so far, you've been doing phenomenal work.
Thank you. It's a rough night for me. My mama there, my big daughter left just before the show to go back to Philadelphia. So we have to keep me working so I don't think about my little one.
Oh, okay.
See, she's 23, but she's still my baby.
She's going to be your baby when she's 43 and 53, Yeah.
Absolutely. You know what, my youngest son, she's 15, and you know what she said to me? She said, Mom, I know. I'm going to be your baby when I'm 83. I said, you're right. I said, and I'll come through spirit and say happy birthday. I'll throw a book at you. She laughed and she said, Mom, if you come through spirit, you'll knock the whole fucking bookshelf over. That's how we talk to each other in this house.
Uh-huh. It's interesting spirits, things like that, too.
Yeah. Have you had to book? My dad made a book fall off the shelf. This is like his first, opening up to all of this. He then he passed over, and he became a very strong communicator from spirit. And he went to my first teacher, Reverend Nancy Lloyd, and she gave me this message to go to my favorite bookstore and he's going to make a book fall off the shelf. And finally, he did. I went to the bookstore. I'm looking all around. There was no one on the other side of the aisle. It was a one-story bookstore. So it wasn't like somebody jumped on the, second floor and vibrated. There was nobody around, and he made the book fall off the shelf that he wanted me to read, which was Don Nicole for Agreement. It's a very good book.
Cool. Yeah, I haven't had that happen, but I've had doors open and close, things, TVs turn themselves on and off, lights go on and off. growing up.
Did you get some light bulbs?
Yep. I had light bulbs. I had a disc CD changer that right after my mom passed, I saw I want to hear this one song. Picked up the CD, spun it around a little bit, put it back down, went ahead and picked up another disc and started playing the song. I'm like, that's not what I want this one. So I kept trying different things, tried the remote, tried manually doing it. I kept picking up the same CD, moved all 5 discs into different slots. So I figured, maybe there's a glitch, and still went ahead and picked up this one particular CD. And this was the day after my mom died. So I was like, well, my mom has a message for me. Let me go ahead and let it play. So it was the old disco song of I Will Survive. And let it play. And I said, okay. I said, now we can go ahead and listen to what I wanted to. So I went ahead and put on what I wanted, and it played. So the whole house was like, what was that about? I said, my mom let me know she's fine.
Oh, that's beautiful.
So I've had...
Yeah, my parents turned my CD player on my car. In my car, that was not on. I had to put my dog to sleep, and I was so upset about it. And all day, my parents had stepped through from spirit with a leash with nothing at the end of it, like they're waiting for him to be on their leash.
Yep.
So I finally went to that. He was old. He was very sick. And when they were carrying, and I saw him out of his seat, and I saw my parents there, and he went right to him, and then my parents had on the leash. I saw that clairvoyantly. So when that was carrying his body out the car, I opened the back hatch. Now the car is off, okay? I got into the car to leave, and the CD player turned on before he even put the key in the car, and it was playing Send Me a Song. It was like as a sign. That was the song. I was like, oh, God, thanks. That was lovely, because they were, because, you see it, but you're also emotional, and you're like frustrating yourself.
Yep.
So,
yeah, and I think...
So that's the only time it happened. Every other time, I had to have the car on in order for the CD player to play.
Yeah. And then another time when my previous partner passed away, it was the following that morning, and I was heading to the hospital, and I'm like, all right, let me stop, get myself a coffee and something at Dunkin' Donuts, and pull up, and they're like, nope, we're closed, lights aren't working, can't do anything. And that's kind of odd. Right at the corner of the street they worked. All right, well, let me try someplace else. Every place I wanted to stop at, nobody had electric working. So finally grabbed something, went to the hospital, and went up there, and we didn't send a DNR. So the doctor was like, we've been trying to call you. And I'm like, I got my phone here. Why? And they're like, well, we had to put him on a ventilator. They said he crashed and literally died, and we had to bring him back. So I was like, oh, that's why nothing was working with electric. He wanted me to hurry up and get there. So, but,
oh, boy.
and had electric, when you turn on a new car, you go to start, and it shows you, the symbol in your radio dash. And after he passed away, the radio didn't start playing. And I had his sister with me, and I'm like, oh, he's letting me know he's okay. She goes, what do you mean? I said, look, the Jeep emblem is still on the radio. And she goes, yeah. And I said, and how long have we been driving the car? She goes, oh, they don't do that. I said, no. I said, they only last for like a second or two. I said, but it stayed on the emblem. And then the minute I said that, the radio turned on.
Oh, well, that's lovely. That's absolutely lovely sign from spirit.
Yep.
That's so cool.
So they have different ways
I
of...
love that when that happens.
Yeah. It's always nice when they go ahead and come through for you.
Absolutely. And in the physical as well as, the mediumistic way. I mean, I hear my parents and talk, but I do enjoy physical science. Whether it's, I have a number I associate with my father, it's the number 52. And the reason I associate that with him is because when I left the hospital after he passed, I'd been with him for a day and a half. I'm driving home. Actually, I was meeting my brother at the funeral parlor, and I was pretty upset. I was tired. My dad just passed. And all in the car cuts in front of me. And I'm on the way there, I'm like, Dad, give me a sign, maybe let me know if you made it okay. And this car pulled in front of me, cuts in front, and the license plate said WBR, and that's my initials, Mitchell Brook, and then my last name is Ryan, and then it's a V, 52, and my dad's name was Valentine.
Wow.
I mean, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
My car around me to give me a sign. And I didn't know what the 52 was, but for the next 10 miles from where I was, I got to the funeral home, I must have seen the number 52 at least 20, 25 times. And the last 52 I saw pulling into the funeral parlor, I never even realized it. It was 552 Brook. That was the point I just lost. And I started bawling my eyes out. But I was like, so from that time, 52 means it's just a sign to my dad that he's around. Because of that. So
nice.
We take the phone.
Yes, we can. Yeah. Let's go. We're going to take Eric 214. You're on there. Hello, 214. Nope. Hold on. Okay, switchboard that. We'll get back in just a moment. Let's see if we can do area code 610. Oh, no, 214 is there.
Hello?
Hi, 214. You're on air.
Hello?
Yes.
I'm here.
How can we help you?
Hi, can you hear me? Okay. My name is Bianca.
I didn't get Gail?
Bianca.
I'm so sorry. Bianca. I didn't know if she was Gail or Bianca. Okay. The connection is not the greatest. Bianca. Super. How can we help you?
Well, a couple of things. I am in the middle of a transition and wanted to get some advice from the other side on where I should make my next move in regards to moving.
Okay. Do you have a mom that's still here on the airplane?
Yes, I do.
All right, because what I feel I'm getting is move closer to your mom.
Okay.
All right, and I feel like there's an older lady that comes in, but I'm having a hard time getting relationship with her. I don't know if she's a grandmother, great-grandmother, or like a great aunt. She just comes in old, short, smaller body frame.
That sounds like that. Yeah, that sounds like my great grandmother.
Great grandmother. Okay. I feel like she had a stern look on her face a lot. Very. The way she's appearing to me, she seems. I think she has a very stoic face. How's that instead of stern?
Yeah, that would describe her.
Okay. And I feel thick lips, and she has eyeglasses she's showing me.
Yes. Mm-hmm. She has glasses.
I also feel that she was the type of woman that she used to keep her coat on a lot, and she kept her pocketbook very close to her. Do you remember your great-grandmother's mannerisms? Because you would have been very young, if not, maybe not born when she was around. Yeah? Yeah?
Yeah, I was like maybe 5 or.
Right, very young, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, very young mannerism, okay.
Yeah.
She's of the position that families stay together.
Mhm.
And now she lived with your grandma for a while, yes? Because I feel like she had a
Yes.
daughter who took care of her. But it could have been, she may have had more than one daughter. I wasn't sure if I want to validate too much your grandma.
Yeah.
And she's very much old school. She feels that the families get too spread out and they should be closer together. Sunday dinner.
Yeah, that's
Sunday dinner. It's very important for her to give the younger generation, the children, a sense of being taken care of. Because if they're only living with their parents, and everybody's divorcing these days, this is her talking. The children, they don't feel like they have other secure relatives around. But if everybody lives near each other, the aunts take care of this one, everybody takes care of the others. The children feel like they can go to different adults in the family for security. This is where she's coming from. And do you have a brother?
Yes, I do.
Okay, because she wants to mention, like, you should be near the brother and your kids, and she wants to instill this idea. So that's her advice from Spirit. And she loves you too. And she's watching. She wants to show me the month of April as having some significance. And I might want to go to like April 12th, if that makes any sense.
April 12th. I can't think of anything now, but not
April.
Later on.
Yes. All right. Sometimes when I take a leap and give it an exact date, I can really mess it up.
Right.
Like the 14th.
Right.
So let's stay with the month of April. Does that ring any bells for you as far as significance for the families?
That I don't know. I don't know. And I'm trying to think. Okay.
May there was a birth, and November is her birthday. I'm trying to get her to come back to April. She brought me April for. I'm sorry, I'm not getting why people apologize. But she said there was a birthday in May and also a birthday in November.
Okay.
So she wasn't going back to April. She also, before she leaves, she wants you to know that other situation is going to work itself out. There's some tension between you and another female. Maybe friends.
Is there? I'm thinking of a family member.
Okay. Like not an older person, somebody around your age, both from generation.
Oh, okay.
There's tension.
Oh.
It's going to work itself out. But I think this is a female close to your age. It doesn't mean your age could be 10 years older, but this wouldn't be like your mom or, this could be just her friend. But I just feel like
it's my sister. Yeah, it's my sister. I'm getting the goosebumps. So it's my sister.
Yeah. So whatever the tension is, your great grandmother comes through and says it's going to work itself out.
Okay. And it's funny because my dilemma was that if I moved, I would be closer to family. And I'm super close to my nieces and nephews. And where I'm at now, I'm really, really by myself. Like I have friends, have my work, but not really close family. So that was my dilemma.
And that's all she wanted to talk about. I think hopefully that gives you some wisdom from love, and it'll help you with your decision.
Okay. And also with that grandmother that you brought in, I'm actually named after her. I have her first name is my middle name.
Oh, okay.
And I was doing a meditation a couple weeks ago, and I got the hit that I should think about changing my name, only because I've just been like stuck in life, and I kind of feel like energetically with my family, carrying my family name, it affects me. Does that make sense? I might sound a little bit, I don't know. So I was thinking, should I drop my middle and last name, because that's what I was thinking of doing? Does that sound funny?
Oh, people change their name. But that's a matter, that's very complicated, but that would be a matter of preference for you. I don't think your great-grandmother would be thrilled with that, because she seems to be all about family unity. That's, her position.
Right.
I would give it a lot of thought before you do that. Because if situations change in the next year or two and you look at things differently, maybe it's okay, the name that you have now. You've built a lot of positivity around your name, okay? As it is.
Okay.
That's what the spirit, you have business connections and things in that nature.
Okay.
All right. So give it a lot of thought before you go down that.
Okay. Fair enough. All right.
So I wish I had a lot of luck here. I don't
Thank you.
Guidance that you're comfortable with.
I thank
You don't have to do what Grandma says. That's just what her advice was, okay? And she said, I hit me right with a spoon. She doesn't like that I did that, but, take it. She's here. So, she was sitting here having coffee with you, the same thing. If she says she knows better than me, and I shouldn't say that, because your grandmother is very, very opinionated.
Yes.
And she loves you dearly. She loves you dearly. And I'll leave her with you. And thank you for calling.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you for your time.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
So it's nice when grandparents all come through.
Yes.
So I have to go ahead and put this up. Does the name Josephina mean anything to you?
Me?
Yes.
You want me to connect with somebody to see in spirit?
I was just if the name meant anything to you at all, because I keep hearing the voice of the name Josephina's here, so I'm not sure if it was for a caller or if it was for you.
Not for me. I think for a caller. I got Jeremy was to be here tonight, but I don't know if he stepped in yet. Josephine is not for me, so it's probably for one of our callers.
Okay. So if anybody who's listening in and you know Josephine, message me and let me know. So sometimes I do that. They'll go ahead and come through as well. It's, I got a message. It's like, okay.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Somebody, Jeremy, he stepped in earlier when I was meditating, and he gave me his name, and I just asked him to please wait till tonight, because I have a really bad memory, so I don't want to get messages out of them.
Well, let's see. We've got a few more moments here. Let's go ahead and grab another call here. Yeah, my connection's slow. Let's see if I can do this. Bring on area code 610. You're on the air. 610?
Oh, hi, Michael. Hi, Winter. Thank you for taking my call.
You're welcome. How can we help you?
Hi.
Yeah, I wanted to call in regarding career. I do have it right now, but I was just
name?
Yes, my name is Sonia.
Sonia. Sonia, you know what it is sometimes, like the last caller was mentioning, there's a vibration in the name. So when the caller's giving their name, it helps me to tune in. Okay, so go ahead. I didn't mean to interrupt you. Career.
That's okay. That's okay. Yeah, I do have a job right now, but I've been, job hunting, looking for another position, a better position.
And today, actually, I had a Skype interview about a resume I had submitted. And right off the bat, after the interview, the manager that interviewed me told me that I'm already selected for the second round of interview. That should be taking place early next week.
Yeah, I got right off the bat while you were talking. You started to say today, I heard you tell her she's going to get it.
I bet I'm going to get
it. I just came flying through spirit before you even said it. You're going to get it. So you're applying for something now, yeah?
I already applied. I got an interview today.
Yeah, you're going to get it. That's what I heard from spirit. Before you even told me you had an interview today, when you were starting to talk, you came flying in and she told us she's going to get it.
Oh. Well, that is great news.
Yeah.
Although I still have the second interview meeting with more people. I know one of the people I'll be interviewing with, he is very sharp. He went to actually MIT and other top-notch schools. I'm like, I hope he doesn't throw some curveball and trick questions at me. I mean, I don't like new technology, but I don't know everything. And
Soft-spoken, I'm hearing. Soft-spoken, pleasant. Demonstrate the knowledge you do have.
Okay.
Because they're also looking for a team player.
Mm-hmm.
All right. They had an issue with somebody who was trying to be the all-star. It caused tension there. No, this is what they've experienced. So they're looking, also, a big thing for them is somebody that seems to be very nice and is a team player for office harmony. Does that make any sense?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. I mean, that's one of the things they're looking for. So you give that off. So go with that. Soft-spoken, pleasant, demonstrate your knowledge, and know that they're also looking at other factors besides top schools and things like that. They're looking for a team player.
The point with the salary and benefits hasn't come up yet, but I'm hoping it's going to be, a better pay and benefits. Better pay because of my experience, and the new team is going to be.
The salary, I'm betting that some of the guys that you're against that are from the top schools that you were saying, they may not be thrilled with that salary. I don't know how you will feel about it, but that's what I was getting to.
Real? What do you mean?
In other words, you were concerned about being up against other applicants from very good schools?
No. I'm saying one of the persons, one of the managers I'll be interviewing with next week.
Oh, okay.
Him and another person. He went in. Yeah, I'm not concerned about. The hiring manager already told me I will pick after that out of 12 people, 300 applicants.
Wow. Okay.
And all because of the. Yeah.
All right. So, but what I got, what they started to say to me was that somebody who would be in the top schools may not be pleased with the salary. But you may, wait and see what they offer, because you may be pleased with the salary.
Oh, okay. I mean, I just want to see if it's better than what I'm making, because I don't make that much right now. That's what I was saying, So.
I'm feeling and hearing that it should be a step up.
Oh, okay. So step up as far as salary and benefits?
From where you're at.
Oh.
It's better than what you got.
Oh, okay. They haven't, like I said, they haven't told me anything about the benefits or medical, but I'm assuming they will have some sort of medical.
Yeah, I'm not. You guys wait and get the medical benefits they offer. There may be some contribution on your part. but there'll be salary to justify it, if that makes any sense. That's what I'm getting.
Yeah. And he also told me about growth, and he also told me that, it'll give you an opportunity to move up out of position, to grow. And that's something you said right off.
It sounds good, and from what I'm getting, you're really running, you're going to get it. Once you do the second interview, and again, soft-spoken, present, demonstrate your knowledge, and they're looking for a team player. So somebody's going to be cutthroat. Somebody's like for the team.
Absolutely.
And help everybody else versus this is what I can do type of thing.
Yeah, and just the work you can't walk solo, and you won't get very far.
Right.
Okay.
All right, super. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Have a good night.
Good luck to you.
Thank you. Good night.
Been a very interesting evening.
Yeah, that's been lovely.
So,
It worked out well, Berkeley Richard started kind of funky.
yeah, it's all good. Before we let you go, how can everyone find you for one-on-one readings?
Just go on my website, which is www.winterbrookmedium.com. There's a contact form. You can email me. My phone number's on the top of the front page, 631-261-9300, in case you like your phone better. I'm going to be working on the website next month or so, so if you go on and it's down for a minute, we're doing some upgrades to it. I'd love to hear from everyone. I want to thank everyone for calling in. Thank you, Michael, for having me as a guest. I really appreciated it. And I wish everyone a safe, lovely rest of Labor Day weekend.
Well, thank you so much for joining me. It's been really nice, and I'll definitely be contacting you soon to bring you back on quickly.
Oh, I'd love that. Thank you.
You're welcome. Enjoy the rest.
This hurricane season.
Yes, you do the same as well, too.
Thank you.
You're welcome, Dale. See you soon. God bless. Bye-bye. And don't forget, everybody, contact Brooke on her website and gotta get a hold of her for a private one-on-one reading. She has been phenomenal, because if you're watching the video and you see me shaking my head, and it's like I'm picking up on the same things she's picking up on. So she's just remarkable, and you can hear it directly from the guests, from the callers themselves, on how amazing she was and spot on with the details. So go ahead and contact her for a one-on-one reading. And you can go to our website, BeTheLightNow.com, and find out who our upcoming guests are. Let me see if I can pull anything here. My internet's been really sluggish on my end, so that's probably why we've had the issues. Let me see. It's August. Oh, wrong schedule. Anyways, check it out. We've got, Patty Negri is coming back on Wednesday. So come on, Spirit, you got to work with us here and get our internet working better. Patty's coming to us all the way from California, and she is remarkable. Every time we've had her on, it's been great. But go there, you can sign up for updates and be reminded. And if you go to our Facebook page, the BTL Now, we'll give you the list as well. And download our app. You'll go ahead and find out who our upcoming guests are and what's going on. And if you want to come over here and visit me in Costa Rica, you're more than welcome to. Go to Costa Rica-retreat.com. You can see some upcoming events that we have. Actually, I believe both the events on there right now are booked solid, but I'm putting a couple of others up there. We're looking at hosting some retreats here around Christmas, New Year's. So those of you who are like, I want to get out of the States, I want to get out of the other countries, coming to Costa Rica should be a wonderful time of the year. We can take you to so many amazing places. So check it out and keep updated what's going on. And until next time, everybody, know that you are loved, because winter loves you, I love you, and whatever God you believe in, they love you too. So I'm going to be doing another show, I believe, on Sundays. I'm going to start doing a show, a spiritual one, because I'm a minister, do have a church, and seeing all these negative spiritual people that are all over the news lately, and many different things going on. It's like, time to have a different voice out there, because the God that I believe in is an all-loving God. And so I'm going to be talking about that, taking calls for you. So until next time, everyone, have fun, be good, stay safe if you are anywhere in the southeast United States or along the East Coast, because it's going to be a crazy week coming up ahead. So goodbye, everybody.
Thank you for using Blog Talk Radio. Goodbye.